What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including AJ Lee has now officially signed to WWE, the backstage reaction to AJ Lee's return, Matt Riddle has nuked his own wrestling career, is Chris Jericho coming back to WWE, MJF gets married, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. Now first story looks at AJ Lee is back. At top of today's news is a fallout from AJ Lee's sensational SmackDown return. Now in case you missed last night's Blue Brand and our video covering the show as well as the good, the bad and the downright ugly, CM Punk's better half returned to dish out a major beatdown on Becky Lynch. Now this was a return that people have been anticipating for 10 years. Now granted, while the return wasn't as shocking as CM Punk's 2023 Survivor Series return, as the news did get leaked, it was received with just about as much fanfare as fans went absolutely bonkers at the arena and on social media. In fact, the numbers were absolutely crazy as AJ Lee's WWE return on SmackDown has crossed about 93+ million views in just 12 hours of all WWE social media platforms. It is absolutely huge. But now let's look at what we know about AJ's return and what it means for the WWE Universe. Well, first things first, she's now officially signed back to WWE. Now it's official, AJ Lee has signed with WWE. Chief Content Officer Triple H tweeted a video of Lee putting pen to paper, confirming his status as a member of the WWE roster. The game also tweeted, "Ink to paper, the calm before the storm." Now unfortunately there's no details yet on how long AJ is signed, but you can be certain WWE plans to make the most out of her appearances, whether it's booking dream matches with new superstars or reigniting old rivalries. Who do you want to see AJ Lee face after Becky Lynch? What dream matches do you think WWE will have planned? Next up, WWE releases AJ Lee merchandise. Now, WWE really wasted no time dropping AJ Lee merch. WWE already has a new shirt titled Love Bites Back, a sequel to AJ's original Love Bites t-shirt. And you can be sure that this is just one of the many merch releases that WWE have planned. CM Punk moved a serious amount of merch when he returned to WWE, and AJ will likely have the same success as Punk. In a true WTF moment, WWE spoiled Lee's return earlier this week thanks to a now deleted tweet concerning AJ's merchandise. Ringside News reported that when a fan asked WWE shop where its AJ Lee merch was, that the account replied that with AJ Lee returning to the ring, new merchandise is planned, hopefully in time for WrestlePalooza. They encouraged the fans to sign up for email alerts to be first to grab the upcoming gear. Unsurprisingly, they would end up deleting the tweet as well. WWE is a first-class company in terms of production values, which makes slip-ups like this hard to believe. Next up, the backstage reaction to AJ Lee's return. Now, AJ Lee's return may be just the tip of the proverbial iceberg, as a new report from Body Slam is hinting at some major moves ahead. With AJ Lee's return to WWE on SmackDown, the buzz is quite high amongst WWE and the talent. Sources have indicated that multiple superstars who have been off TV due to injury or storyline attacks are expected to return shortly. In addition, some NXT call-ups to the main roster are expected soon. While this is exciting news, it invites the question why WWE hasn't done more with its superstars who haven't been sidelined by injuries or outside appearances, such as Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns taking time off to film their parts in the new Street Fighter movie. The idea that WWE has been stuck in a holding pattern due to the absence of various talents is laughable when you consider how large WWE's roster is and how it could have and should have used these opportunities to elevate new superstars and see if fans were willing to support wrestlers who haven't been able to get TV time due to WWE's ever-tight schedule. I mean, the WWE roster is looking pretty crazy right now. We have John Cena, AJ Lee, CM Punk, and Brock Lesnar all on the roster again. Just feels like 2014. Now, whatever happens, this is another example of WWE's inability to capitalize on a huge roster with many talented wrestlers waiting to break out. Given WWE's recent acquisition of AAA and its continued partnership with TNA, it would seem to be in the promotion's best interest to elevate more talent, even if it intends to farm them out to other promotions. Next up, Matt Riddle has nuked his own wrestling career. It looks like Matt Riddle has reached a new low when it comes to digging a hole for himself. Now, you may recall a recent report from Cultaholic concerning Riddle allegedly no-showing a UK wrestling charity event. Cultaholic summed up the site's recent report saying, Cultaholic exclusively reported on Wednesday that Riddle no-showed Global Wrestling Kingdom's inaugural show in Barnsley, England on Sunday, August 31st, and was replaced by Grado. Riddle was scheduled to face Simon Miller at the show and had been advertised for the event for months. The show was raising money for the charities Help for Homeless Veterans and Survivors of Bereavement by Suicide, something that was announced in mid-July. But Riddle then took to X to address the situation, and his comments weren't pretty or safe for work.
But I really don't give a anymore. Most of you motherfuckers are dumb just like when you believe that Me Too bullshit, all the other garbage. You guys are all dumb, and it's insane. It's insane. You believe these creeps? Whatever, dog. At the end of the day, I'm going to keep getting booked. I'm probably going to start fighting again. I'm probably going to do a lot of other crushing on OnlyFans because I've got a big you know what, and I'm nice as dude.
Now we'll leave it to you guys to decide what issues Riddle may or may not have. One thing he does have though is heat, as in go away heat. The Sioux Falls, South Dakota-based convention SuperCon has announced that it has cancelled Riddle's upcoming appearance in light of his recent comments. Here's an excerpt from the convention statement. In light of the recent public statements made by Matt Riddle regarding the topics of SA and DV, SuperCon has made the decision to cancel his appearances at this year's convention. The statements that were made in no way represent our organization or event and are not aligned with the mission, vision, and values of our organization. Not only that, but fans were quite upset with Riddle's comments regarding AJ Lee, saying that she slept around a lot during her time in WWE, a time that Riddle really wasn't even a part of. Not only that, but Matt Riddle's comments of CM Punk being a creep have saying that he's gone way too far. Now, the statement informed people who paid for photo ops with Riddle will receive refunds, and that the convention and New Sound Wrestling will donate 10% of the ticket sales to the charity Compass Center. Unfortunately, this outburst by Riddle may be just the tip of the iceberg, and he may even suffer more cancellations or being pulled from other events. The only thing that Riddle has really right now is OnlyFans, and it seems that his wrestling career could be over in a couple of months. Next up is Chris Jericho coming back to WWE. Now is Chris Jericho headed back to WWE? By now you've likely heard the rumors that Jericho was considering moving back to WWE after 6 years in AEW. However, some recent remarks from Jericho suggest that he may be staying put in AEW. During a chat with the Daily Mail, Jericho revealed, "I'm not going anywhere for a long while. I'm still with AEW for right now. Would I go back to WWE? I wouldn't be opposed to it. We just have to see what happens. The best thing that can happen is to have two great teams that you can play for, and that just makes everything bigger and more exciting." It's hard to imagine that WWE wouldn't want Jericho back, as the WWE Universe would likely welcome him back with open arms. Not to mention that Triple H always loves shock booking and shock returns. This could benefit Jericho in that some AEW fans have grown tired of his work, feeling that his best years are behind him and that he's not helping younger talent get over. Whether or not that's an accurate assessment is one thing, as perception doesn't always align with reality. In WWE, Jericho would benefit from fans' nostalgia, and if utilized in a part-time capacity, you could work some great programs with old sparring partners and new ones. Some fans have already speculated on how well a Jericho vs LA Knight program would be. Given both wrestlers' promo abilities, their mic battles alone would be worth it. It could also be the setup of Jericho being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, a spot that is definitely reserved for him in the future. Chris also explained how important it is for wrestling to have two major promotions. The best thing that can happen to wrestling is AEW, and the fact that there are two huge promotions that you can choose from just makes it better for the guys, makes it better for the fans and everybody in between. Regardless of how you feel about Jericho's work or the current status of AEW, there should be no question that having two major promotions around is good for wrestling. Fans look no further than the many opportunities that arose for wrestlers when AEW launched, both with WWE talents getting better deals and WWE superstars having an option to leave the promotion for a better future, regardless of how some of these exits panned out. As well as some of those wrestlers coming right back. WWE has upped its game thanks to AEW's arrival, and while AEW isn't the major competition that WCW was in the past, WWE's never-ending efforts to thwart AEW's growth and dominate the market shows that AEW is keeping WWE on its toes. While fans should always take a wrestler's comments with a healthy dose of skepticism, it sounds like Jericho hasn't finished his run in AEW yet. Just what's next is unknown, and it'll be interesting to see how much AEW uses him, and whether AEW fans are interested in seeing Jericho at an upper card, let alone a main event program again. What do you guys think? Should Jericho return to WWE? And finally, MJF gets married. And last but not least, congratulations to AEW megastar Maxwell Jacob Friedman on his recent marriage to pro wrestling media personality Alicia Tout. Taz posted a photo of himself, son Hook, and MJF with the message, "Big congrats to MJF and Alicia Tout on their marriage." wished them nothing but a lifetime of happiness. MJF also dropped the news in his own unmistakable style, tweeting, "Even when I'm old and grey, I'm gonna feel the way I do today. Death of a bachelor." Alicia Tao also made a message saying, "From Tits McGee to Mrs. Friedman, I love you." I would like to send our best wishes to the latest wrestling couple to tie the knot. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.